Buying a new TV is more complicated than ever. With all the new technologies, flashy marketing terms, and ever-changing specs, it's easy to get overwhelmed. You've probably heard the hype around OLED, with its perfect blacks, vibrant colors, and ultra-thin design. But what if I told you that OLED isn't always the best choice? That there are specific scenarios where choosing a QLED TV is actually the smarter move? In the description, you can find links to the best QLED TVs, so be sure to check those out for current pricing and availability. In this video, we're going to walk you through exactly when it makes more sense to buy a QLED TV instead of an OLED. We'll cover 5 key insights that could save you money, frustration, and even prolong the life of your TV. If you've been on the fence or assuming OLED is always superior, this will give you a fresh perspective. Let's begin by talking about brightness and lighting conditions. One of the biggest advantages QLED TVs have over OLEDs is their ability to get significantly brighter. This becomes a huge benefit if you're watching TV in a bright room, especially during the day or in spaces with large windows and lots of ambient light. OLEDs tend to struggle in these conditions because while they deliver incredible contrast, they just don't reach the same peak brightness levels. QLEDs, powered by backlighting with quantum dots, can maintain clarity and vibrancy even in harsh lighting. So, if your living room is basically a sunroom during the day, or you don't plan on keeping the curtains closed just to watch TV, QLED might give you a clearer, more consistent viewing experience. Now, let's consider burn-in, which is a concern unique to OLED panels. OLED displays work by lighting up individual pixels, and while this gives you the perfect blacks and contrast ratio OLEDs are famous for, it also comes with a potential downside: permanent image retention, known as burn-in. This is rare but real, especially if you're someone who watches a lot of static content. Think news channels with persistent tickers, video games with HUDs or health bars, or even sports broadcasts with logos and score boxes that stay in the same place for hours. QLEDs, on the other hand, are not susceptible to burn-in because they use LCD panels with a separate backlight. That makes QLED the safer choice for people who watch static content often or leave the same channel on for extended periods. If you're buying a TV for kids who tend to pause shows or leave the menu screen on for too long, again, QLED is your low-maintenance friend. Durability and lifespan is another area where QLED may outperform OLED depending on your habits. While both technologies are designed to last for years, OLED panels can gradually degrade in brightness and color accuracy with heavy use. QLEDs tend to be more durable in the long run, especially if you watch TV for several hours every day. This could be important if you're buying a TV for a shared family room, a business space like a waiting room, or even just as your go-to screen for everything, from gaming to daytime TV to late-night Netflix. QLEDs hold up well to constant use and don't need as much attention to care settings or screen maintenance features like pixel refresh. In short, if you're buying a set-it-and-forget-it television, QLED may be more forgiving. Cost is another factor people often overlook when comparing the two. OLED TVs have come down in price recently, but they're still considered premium, especially in larger sizes or newer variants like QD-OLED. QLED TVs, meanwhile, are available across a much wider price range. This means that if you're on a tighter budget, you can often get a larger QLED screen with higher brightness and more features, like a 75-inch QLED for the price of a 65-inch OLED. And when you factor in things like longer lifespan and zero burn-in risk, the total cost of ownership for a QLED might actually be lower. It's also worth noting that QLED TVs from brands like Samsung, TCL, and Hisense often come packed with great smart features, high refresh rates, and impressive gaming modes without the OLED premium. The last thing to consider is gaming, especially if you're a competitive gamer or using a next-gen console like a PS5 or Xbox Series X. OLED TVs are often praised for their low input lag and fast response times, and that's true. But QLEDs, particularly newer models, have come a long way in this department. Many QLEDs now support 120 Hz refresh rates, VRR, variable refresh rate, and low latency modes, making them solid performers for gaming. What really sets QLED apart here is peace of mind. With OLED, if you're gaming for 6 to 8 hours straight, and you leave a static image on screen, like a mini-map, weapon bar, or menu, you'll always have that nagging worry about burn-in. QLED removes that concern entirely, letting you enjoy marathon gaming sessions without second-guessing. And in many cases, QLED TVs have better brightness for HDR gaming, which can make games look more dynamic in well-lit rooms. So here's the bottom line. OLED TVs are incredible, but they're not perfect for every situation. If you watch a lot of content during the day in a bright room, if you leave static images on screen often, or if you're looking for a TV that's lower maintenance, more budget-friendly, and built for longevity, then QLED could be the better fit. It's not about which technology is better overall, it's about which one is better for you. Choosing the right TV isn't just about display specs, it's about how you live, how you watch, and what features matter most in your home. And that's why sometimes QLED wins. Well, if this helped you see things a little more clearly, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you want more tech breakdowns, buyer guides, and honest recommendations, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. I'm here to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.